I got into a show when I was about 14 and a half called Love from Judy.
Yeah.
Fabulous show. And I was a little girl with little white socks and flat shoes. And during that, I had to play a child, an orphan, called Sadie Kate. And there were 8 girls. And I was the only one that stayed in that show for 2.5 years. I mean, because all the others grew up and went their own merry way.
What was the age of the part?
The part was a 9-year-old orphan. And the marvellous thing was, as I say, all the girls grew up and they used to bring other girls in. I mean, actually, I was supposed to be 15. I lied about getting the job, but nobody knew, you know, there you go. So, but as I say, all these girls would grow up and they would go, and then another lot would come in, except for me. I stayed there week after month, and it went on and on and on. But very grateful because I was learning my trade, and that's the best way to learn your trade is in a show in the West End. But I didn't grow that way, but I grew that way. Looked awful, dreadful, terrible. I always looked like I was going to fall over. Yeah, and the thing was, I mean, nobody ever said anything except for one day the wardrobe mistress, bless her darling, she came down with this huge lump of elastic, you see, and she said, "I'm sorry, Barbara, this is for you." So I said, "Why?" And so she said, "Well, the producers have come in, you know, and you're still the right height, but it's the bus that's giving you away." So for the last 18 months of the show, I had a great enormous lump of elastic. They used to do that all the way around like that. So can you imagine what I would have had if they'd have been allowed to grow? Rackle Welsh? I've got news for you. I'll tell you something about that. That was all. I looked awful. I really did. I mean, I came out. I was growing up. I was 17 when I came out of the show, and as I said, these huge knockers out here. And do you remember those? Do you remember the heels with those very thin heels?
Stilettos.
Stilettos. That's it. And they're coming back, aren't they? So I was like that. Awful. I couldn't get arrested. I could not get a job. But I mean, the thing was, it was the building sites which were the great things, because I would go miles and go past the building site. Because you know what they're like, "Well, darling, and all that business." I used to come past these well, first I used to go by and it was, "Seen your shoes lately, Blondie?" Oh, it was so awful. So I literally would go miles out of my way rather than pass the building site. Mind you, I do now. I've got news for you. But for different reasons.
You will.